Hello, everyone. This is Karina Stewart of Our New Humanity. I am doing this as a introduction to what are the Sun Codes for 2015. Now we are just at the last day of February here and leading up to the March 20th equinox. And I did this transmission of the Sun Codes for 2015 in early January. But as we are making our way to the gateway of the new solar light body on March 20th, I thought this would be a good to put on, on a YouTube video. So if you're looking for extra support to prepare you for the solar light body of coming in on the equinox, this is available. So what I'm going to be playing for you is about 10 minutes of the introduction to that transmission. And if it piques your interest, if you feel drawn to it, I've put a link that's on this video as well. There's a link to the New Humanities store where you can download the Sun Code transmission. So it's there, as well as I'm putting it in the description of this video. The transmission itself is about 45 minutes long, and the recording itself that I'm about to play speaks about it and explains what the Sun Code transmission is about and what you receive and why it's important at this time in the year 2015, which is the year of infinity and abundance. Okay, so I am going to start that recording for you. And again, if you have an interest in checking out the Sun Code transmission, simply go to newhumanitiesstore.com, and under the event category, you'll find that transmission. So here you go. Here's the introduction to the Sun Codes of 2015.
So 2015, it's the vibration of the number 8. Now the number 8 has meant in numerology, has meant abundance. It has also meant, and I would take this even further than, the study of numerology, but really into the, I'll call it a new earth science, is that the number 8 represents infinity. So what we are going to be receiving tonight, one of the things is a download of the Infinity Matrix. Now the Infinity Matrix is a part of the New Earth Grid. And the New Earth Grid has been being worked on for quite a while now, many, many years, and many of us have been a part of working on that, to rebuild the Earth Grid, to heal Mother Earth. And as we have done that, we've now actually gotten to the point where in 2015, we can actually step into the new. And in stepping into the new, we step into our infinite selves, our infinite potential. And the infinity is going to enable us, it's going to give us a platform for the creation of our infinite potential and our infinite self. Now, creating through the frequency of infinity actually means that we're going to be connecting into the infinity spiral that exists in the cosmic heart center. That cosmic heart center is awakening within our own heart centers. And as it awakens in our own heart center, we are then actually transmitting back and forth. So it's like we have this antenna that's transmitting back and forth between the cosmic heart center and our personal heart center. Through the Infinity Matrix, we can actually dream any world into existence that is a part of the frequency of love and coming out of the heart. So as we are building up in 2015 to receive fully the embodiment of our infinite self, we will discover that in fact our heart has many more dreams for us, and that we will begin to perhaps even more deeply understand what it is that we have come here to create. And I think for the first time, really, in 2015, that there will be many of us that will be discovering that in in a deeper way than we have in the past. And the infinity matrix is what's going to allow us to do that. Now, the other thing about the infinity matrix is that it is also, it's about instant manifestation. The frequency of infinity actually allows instant manifestation to happen. The reason for that is mathematical. Everything that we all you have to do is take the number 8, flip it on its side, and it's the infinity symbol. And as you follow that infinity symbol, you see that everything that is put out in that first loop on the spiral of the infinity actually then feeds back on itself. So infinity is its own feedback mechanism. And that's what actually creates the instantaneous manifestation. So in some ways, it's a technology. And so we are actually getting to now in 2015 for the first time to be able to fully access the technology of infinity. So another thing that this means for 2015 is actually that we are going to be realigning ourselves with the frequency of abundance. Now, I've talked about abundance in different ways in my blog and in the transmissions and in my teaching. So many of you, and certainly in your own work, are aware that abundance is much more than money. Abundance is about exchange. It's about reciprocal exchange. And so what we are going to begin to experience in 2015 is the ability through our heart center to fully be able to reciprocate in our exchanges so that what we put out, we receive. And again, this works hand in hand with the instant manifestation mechanism. So the two frequencies we're receiving are abundance and infinity, and we're actually going to get aligned with those frequencies. And the alignment itself is through a geometry. All frequency has different ways of expressing itself. It can be as a light wave, it can be as a structure, which is sacred geometry. So as it's been coming to me in preparation for this transmission, has been as two different geometries. So I will be transmitting those geometries to each of you, and they will be merging with your geometry. The soul has a shape, so like snowflakes shape. So there will be a merge of abundance and infinity, and those, think of them as those have two specific designs that look like, a snowflake of some kind, and it's going to merge with yours. So that's, a very clear download that we're going to be receiving. Now, another thing that I've been made aware of about receiving these two frequencies is that it will potentially bring up some healing. Anything that is not in alignment with the frequencies of abundance and infinity could, it will come up to be transmuted and healed. So be aware of that, and as always, just take care of yourself and nurture yourself in however you need to in order to allow that to happen. You can probably hear in my voice I have a cold, and it's been a part of receiving this transmission, so that's why I'm sharing this with you, to give you that heads up. Okay, and then the last thing that I just want to describe before we get into the transmission are the sun codes themselves. Now, the sun codes, we are upgrading on this planet as human beings in becoming children of the sun. This is a part of the Christ consciousness. We actually live in a universe where the Christ intelligence, the Christ consciousness, is a part of the structure of our universe. It's something that hasn't been allowed on planet Earth for a very long time, but we are now coming back into that experience, and we're also upgrading into that experience. As we upgrade into the Sun Code, that is allowing the Christ consciousness to come in even deeper and to actually upgrade our entire physical body through our light body into what is the solar Christ avatar body. Now, the avatar is the master co-creator. So all of this that comes hand in hand, and it's all about co-creation and being able to co-create our reality through the heart instantly, so that we can do the work we came here to do, which really is to manifest miracles. Each of you has your own prescription for what those miracles are based on what your soul came here to do. So as we are receiving the Sun codes, they are part of our formula for coming into the Christ consciousness in a deeper way. One of the things in my transmissions are that the Christ consciousness is coming through the feminine light. So it's a really interesting hybrid energy in that we are receiving the Christ consciousness through the Mother Rose energy. And the Mother Rose is part of the Cosmic Mother. The rose is actually a shape, again, a divine design that's now coming into our universe in order to be the vesicle for the Mother's light and the Mother's substance. And it is her substance that is ultimately the new creation substance for our co-creation. So it is she that is bringing back the Christ consciousness. So as it is filtering through the feminine, the Christ consciousness is actually evolving. It's evolving into a feminine Christ consciousness. And so that will be a part of our transmission as well. Okay.
All right, everyone. Well, that is the introduction to the Sun Codes for 2015. If you have a interest in receiving them, again, I've put up the link to it on our page here, but you can find it directly through newhumanitystore.com under the event page. It's also under the transmission category, and I put the direct link to it under the description here. So thank you for listening, and I hope you did receive something simply by listening and learning about these abundancy and infinity vibrations and the Sun codes themselves. Everyone have a wonderful day, and my infinite heart is with all of you.